All right, welcome to Theory Thursday. I'm your host, MikeRuggirello, and my ambidextrous co-host,
Jason Thomas. Thanks for watching, guys.
Yes. Theory Thursday and Singular Sound are in collaboration together, and we bring you a very special guest, a very cool new friend. His name is Ricky Giordano. He plays guitar in Bomb Squad, Human Family, Ragabond, and help me out here, Mr. Ricky?
Finnegan Blue.
Finnegan Blue. And Ricky is here today to hang out and jam with us, and we are going to talk about guitar, pedals, songwriting, and Ricky is also a guitar teacher. So we got a lot to go over, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And thank you so much for being here, Ricky.
Thanks for having me.
All right, brother. Cool, man. Good jam. We were jamming with Jeff here. He's our beat buddy. You know, Cyndi Lauper wants her look back. Yeah, I know. But here he is. We were jamming Funk 2 at 90 beats per minute, and we were in A minor.
There he is.
So yeah, there we go. We got our light. Say hi, Jeff. So he's our dude. You like Jeff?
Coolest guy, man. Solid groove.
No attitude.
Great player, great guy.
Awesome. So, dude, by the way, I want to compliment you on your attire. I think your pink shirt and brown pants and your hairdo is lovely. I mean that.
If only you were a woman.
If only I look like one.
Well, you have those luscious locks that a lot of women would be jealous of.
This is getting off to a great start. So look at this guitar we have. I want to talk about this.
Yeah, man, this is a cool guitar built by a good friend of mine that I went to college with over at San Diego State. His name is Connor Kelly, and his company is called High Spirit Luthery.
High Spirit Luthery. And where is High Spirit Luthery from?
He's based out in Ramona, but as far as where you can buy his guitars...
And let me stop you right there real quick, Ricky. That's Ramona, California. And on that note, chime in. Let us know where you're at. I wanted to actually stick here for a minute with Ricky and actually engage you guys. And if you're chiming in from anywhere in the world, please write in your comments. And we would love to hear from you. You know, it could be Tommy from New York or Sarah from... Delaware. Just write in the comments, let her know where you're at, because we want to say hi to you. And if you have questions like about Ricky's guitar and the company he's talking about, please engage us. We want to talk to you. So Ricky, please continue on High Spirit.
So he's out in Ramona, but you can buy his guitars over at Moe's Guitars, which is in La Mesa, California. And I think he's there 3 days a week. Doing tech. He's also a tech.
Okay.
So I bring all my guitars to him to get set up. He does great work.
We were just talking about Jason, about getting who we should go to. I mean, we're pretty loyal to Fred.
Right. A lot of people are, man, and I would be too, but Connor's my guy, so.
I can dig it. Hi, Connor. We would like you to touch on Jason's SG and his bass for him.
I'll be getting a hold of you pretty soon.
Shout out to Connor Kelly, man.
Connor Kelly.
Well,
and Moe's Guitars. Right?
And Moe's Guitars.
So, and it's an interesting color. It looks somewhere between like a Olympic white and not Arctic blue, but what's that blue that?
I mean, when I see
Baby
this,
blue?
I think baby blue, yeah. Baby blue, powder blue, something like that.
I really like it.
Kind of like a cloud.
We got the vintage tray.
Yeah.
And interesting looking saddles here.
So yeah, when I bought this guitar, it didn't have these brass saddles on it, but the guys told me that they intonate better, so they're like, "We'll give you some brass saddles." I said, "Okay."
You like going on recommendation?
Yeah, I wish I was better with gear. I really try, you know. I make an effort.
Well, the fact that you went on recommendation, don't you think that's a step in the right direction?
Sure. I mean, I'm just going off of good friends' advice, you know. So I didn't take physics in high school, and I really wish.
What is that?
So I feel like a lot of, you know, geary, guitar-y shit stuff is based in physics, you know, as far as like getting fretboard radius and and electronics.
The
you know,
psychology or anatomy of a build.
right, and I don't really understand that at all. So that's kind of where my struggles come.
Well, maybe if you did, you would do something different. However, I think you and I know some people that build and play.
Yeah.
That's a unique skill set. It's like they get to explore neuroticism again in a different way.
Yeah, I mean, some of those guys. But the cool thing about that, you know, like our friend Harley Maxino, it's like if you have that kind of a knowledge on how the thing is built, then you can set it up exactly to your liking and really get the tone that you hear in your head, you know, in a way that me, by not having that knowledge, it's like I kind of have to trust a tech, you know. And of course, a lot of the best players have their techs, but then you have a guy like Brian May who has a tech, but he built his guitar.
Sure.
You know, so he knows it more intimately than anyone else would. So maybe one day I'll get there. But
can we hear a chord, an open chord, clean channel, something, and maybe explain some of the... Let's hear it. What do you got? Ooh, do you guys hear that? Ricky is in a stereo field right now. And I got about, you know, you heard me say this before, there's about 20 milliseconds of lag on this channel. So when he's strumming like that, boy. Beautiful. And I would like to also add that Ricky Giordano has studied a lot of jazz. Where did you go to college?
San Diego State.
And I was reading, like I do, some background on him, and you have been in the jazz ensemble 3 times.
Yeah, back in the day, man.
That's really cool. Would you like to talk a little bit by the way, great tone. I know why you bought this now. Can you maybe just show the crowd the 3 pickups settings? A little bit.
Yeah, so
would you like a drum beat?
Yeah, if you got something mellow.
Mellow? Let's talk about Jeff for a second here. Something mellow. A little bit. I'm gonna go over here. We got funk, hip hop, jazz. Would you like some jazz? No. Crowd. No. How about we'll go Latin? Maybe like a mambo, a San Montuno.
Sure, we can do that.
Okay, we're at 106 BPM. So I just chose under the Latin genre a 4/4, 106 BPM. Oh yeah, and then just show us some of those chords. A little mellow. Cisco Kid.
It's almost, right?
Cisco Kid was a friend of mine. So here's, you know, on the rhythm pickup.
Wow, that is a great sounding guitar.
So now you have the country.
Here's our middle pickup. Nice twang. Wow.
And then you can get the...
That's a snotty little tone there.
Yeah, that's cool, man. I like it.
So when you use, aside from maybe some more of the classical or classic attributions when a guitar player chooses that setting, you know, more chicken picking and
Right.
all that flow. What kind of riffs do you write when you're using that pickup setting?
I like that question.
Is that a good
man.
question?
Well, yeah, I guess one of the tunes that we're gonna play for you later today is one that I wrote called "Thank You, Mr. Anderson," and I wrote it for Bomb Squad, which is one of the main groups that I play in, probably my main group right now, my main creative outlet, and that one was written all on the back pickup, and I usually use the PRS for that. I might use I don't know, we'll see how it goes. But
I can dig it.
yeah, just kind of more aggressive, more rock type stuff. on the back, and when it's in the front, it's kind of more pretty chords and things like that, you know.
Yeah,
So
agreed. I love the sound of it.
I always love tellies
Yeah.
myself. I mean, they're just
You and I need a telly in the family,
one thing
dude.
I don't have is telly. Got a
Me
couple
either.
strats, got this thing. Need a telly. For sure.
I'll tell you what. Oh yeah, man. I love
Such
that.
pretty chords.
yeah, man.
Yeah, excellent. So how long you been playing, Ricky?
I guess I got serious when I was 14, and I'm 28 now, so 14 years, long enough, I guess. But
That's a long time.
always learning, man. That's
You're a
one.
pretty young dude, man.
Well, you know, I try to moisturize. Doesn't work. I can get pretty ashy sometimes, but
Man, again, another hair compliment. This guy has got some great hair.
check out my barber, Siobhan Gelson, at Royal Cuts with a K in El Cajon. She does great work. A lot of people have seen my dudes and hit me up, who's your barber? So I have to give a shout out to her because.
You know, we got a barber right next door to us right here too.
All right.
Yeah. Interesting.
Where
I think
were,
that's
where were we going?
Went from tellies to hairstyles. So I guess
So
it
to
works.
barbers.
It's barbers. That's
Yeah.
nice.
So there's decent segues here.
Yeah.
Make it go up. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, guys.
Again, like to
rolling.
remind people just to let us know if you have any questions. I'm monitoring the feed. Also, please let us know where you're coming from or where you guys are at watching the show. We're really interested in that. And any feedback you guys have for us, please let us know where you guys are at and everything else. So yeah, I guess I was out of camera at that point. But yeah,
Say
let
it
us
again.
know. Let us know where you're at, and definitely if you have any comments or questions for Ricky or Mike, I will relay them for you. And yeah, let's keep the show going.
Thank you, Jason. I would also like to add, we went on impromptu beat selection. Anyone watching right now if you don't have a beat buddy, there are genres in there, rock, and usually each genre's got, between 6 and 10 beats. So, does anyone have any suggestions? Say, hey, play some funk, play some rock, play some disco. We have most of the genres available. So if you call out something, we will what's the good word I'm looking for, Jason? Not compromise, but we adapt. We want to adapt to your recommendations. Please say something. Say, play some funk. And under the funk catalog, we have about 10 beats to choose from. So I'm going to go ahead and go back there.
Hey, buddy.
So if go ahead, you know what? Let's do. If you blues, right?
Yeah, man.
So we got blues 1, blues 2, and right at blues 3 or blues 4, we start getting the 6/8 swing feel. So I'm just going to randomly choose blues
We
5.
got a couple suggestions
okay.
here.
Yeah,
So
let's
put it back on.
What we
Yeah,
got?
Russell Ramo.
Hi,
says,
Russell.
Give us,
What up,
give
Russ?
us the funk, and Jake says blast beats. So we gotta pick between two.
We can serve that up, but let's see what's up with Russell for a minute.
Yeah, he
A little
chimed
bit-
in first.
Great, thank you, Russell. We like I said, I was going to just choose. We'll go back to that genre. Where's our funk at?
He wants to give us the funk.
Oh, he wants to give us the funk.
Well, he says he wants the funk.
He wants the funk. So here's Funk 4.
David says, talk more about your hair.
So my hair today, or actually more importantly, Ricky's hair, we're gonna do a new video edit where our technician from SWR Video, Dave Wright, he can switch our hairdos. So stay tuned. This is my happy dance. Oh yeah. killing it,
Yeah.
Bubba. Did I call you baby or Bubba?
Somewhere in between.
Sub baby.
Subba baby.
Sub baby.
So, let's talk to you about some gigs.
All right.
What's on deck?
Let's see. This weekend, playing at Cafe Sevilla on Friday. I play there pretty much every Friday in downtown San Diego, unless I have another gig to do. And that's like a Gypsy Kings kind of gig where I actually play bass.
Oh.
So that one's pretty fun, always popping. And then on Sunday, I'm really looking forward to Sunday, playing with a singer named Stacy Antonell, a great country singer in town who I have yet to play with. So we're just going to be doing a duo gig over at the Tin Roof on 4th Avenue in downtown. And
that is something else that you do besides the 4 bands that I mentioned. Ricky has a reputation for playing with a lot of singer-songwriters as a melodic guy.
yeah, I guess as far as that, I like to be the color guy in a lot of groups. A lot of the groups that I work with have kind of like a lead singer and people that play like rhythm guitar, bass, and drums. And for me, I like to kind of come in and throw like little jazz chords or little kind of fills.
Icing.
Yeah,
Icing,
on the icing on the cake.
Icing on the cake.
So there have been different guys that have filled that role in groups over the years. But one guy that really influenced me is Al Anderson from Bob Marley and the Wailers. I had the opportunity to open for the Wailers a few years ago on a tour, and I got to see him, right in front of my face every night. And just his approach, it was the first time that I had ever seen anybody doing kind of what I was going for, but live and doing it, to the utmost level.
Is he using like a lot of reverbs and delays?
Yeah,
phaser?
he likes chorus. He's got like a lot of like.
Are you a chorus guy?
Not as much.
It's like you're a phase kind of guy.
Yeah, I kind of more get with phasers, but I have this whammy right here.
Yeah, let's turn on your board cam. Let's look at some of Ricky's pedals here. Got a nice smorgasbord.
Yeah, so this guy is kind of like my secret weapon.
Ooh.
I usually use the octave effect.
Show the audience. Check this pedal out, guys. Yeah, continue, please.
Hopefully this isn't too loud. It's a little loud. So anyway, that's the octave. I like to use fifths.
Rad.
And then you have, this is kind of like a chorus.
That's interesting. Now, what setting is that? I've never heard that on those maybe. What setting is that?
So that's the
I can't go
detune
anywhere.
setting.
That's the detail.
I always forget I have a mic attached to me. So that's the detuning setting. Now that is cool. That can give you that. You have 2 sine waves going and 1 wave's a little out. That's a lot like what it would. Oh man.
That's kind of your Schofields.
Oh, I love that.
Somewhere in here is probably Mike Stern. So yeah, I use it sometimes, but for me, it's kind of fun, like playing a solo, or when there's like a solo featured, a guitar feature. If it's heavy, I'll turn on the overdrive and the octave down, and it'll just be like really. Let me see if I can get it more.
You know, when I first met you, we were with Jake. What's up, Jake? We went to see you play. It was just the end of 2015 at the Loft. I met you, watched Bomb Squad, had a great time, and I came up to you and I was like, dude, I really like your tone. Did you use reverb or delay? And you're like, both. You remember that?
Yeah.
And then we We kicked it and talked about some other things for a while, but that was a great set, and the room there. How great is that room?
Yeah, it's
there?
a great room. Props to Brian Ross.
Props to Brian Ross. What's up, Brian?
Always bringing great music to that room.
Indeed. So we're getting close. We've covered most of the questions. One of the questions was probably going to be about influences, but you've been dropping some bombs a little bit. But we got Stern.
Yeah, I mean Schofield was huge when I was in college and doing the jazz thing, because he was kind of like a bridge between jazz and rock and funk. But I mean, there are so many great guys. I mean, even guys in town like David Carano's always been a huge influence.
Davey.
So, there's another guy who's in LA now, Paul Castelluzzo, who's a great friend and just a fantastic, amazing guitar player.
We talking like Mike Landau amazing?
Similar in that now he's doing a lot of sessions up in LA. So that
He's a buddy of yours?
Yeah, friend of mine, doing a lot of sessions, and kind of comes from more of a jazz background than a guy like Landau. Landau to me is a little bit more fusion and a little bit more Hendrix, and Paul is kind of drawing more from the George Benson.
Okay,
But also Derek Trucks, he's a really...
Ooh, so he's a slide guy?
Yeah, he plays
Wow,
slide.
what a neat style.
Although a lot of people haven't really seen him do it, but he's been a huge influence on me just in seeing somebody that is super solid and just goes in and just plays from the heart and handles business.
Awesome.
So he's great. Influenced by a lot of my peers, because it's cool to go see the guys that have names, your heroes. I mean, Jimi Hendrix, I see you got that picture right there.
Yeah.
He's my all-time favorite musician.
Here. Me too, brother.
But, he was before my time, so I obviously never got a chance to go see him. So anytime I go out and see players in town, friends of mine that are doing stuff that I didn't think I could do, it's more inspiring. Like, oh, if he can do that, I can do that.
Totally.
So I really love to give props to the people here in San Diego, which is where I live now. So.
Hey there, we're back. We had a few interesting technical difficulties. It all had to do about Facebook, not our gear, I assure you. So we're back right here with Ricky, and we're going to close out the show. He's going to show us his song called it's Mr. Anderson, thank you, Mr. Anderson. And take it away, Ricky. Oh, all right, take it away, Jeff.
Here we go. Same thing. Hey.
Bye.